All eyes on the Grand Canyon, the Dragon Bravo fire. Joining us is Stephen Liskai. He's the Public Information Officer from Southwest Incident Management Team. Stephen, thanks for taking the time.
No, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Can you kind of tell us what's happened since Monday when you all took over? Can you give us an update on what's happened up there at the Grand Canyon?
Yeah, I think when we took over, it was around, they were reporting about 5,000 acres on Monday. We're up to more than double that now. We've been fortunate the last couple of days with this weather pattern coming in. We finally got the monsoons. They've been talking about the monsoons forever. We got significant rain, but unfortunately only where people are camped that are fighting the fire, not on the fire itself. It seems like that's always the way it goes. But with this weather pattern, it's not, even though it's not enough rain to have a whole lot of effect on the fire, as in putting it out certainly, it is buying our fire crews more time. So they're doing things, they're bolstering fire lines where they hope to contain this fire along Highway 87, along the Camp Royale Road. So they're going in there, but before they can start the hard work on those lines, we've got hundreds of snags. Those are called hazard trees. These are fire-weakened trees by both the original Dragon fire back in 2022 and our fire now. So we have to have special crews going in before the boots in the ground can get in there and do some heavy work with cutting down these hazard trees. They call them a widowmaker. They kill a lot of firefighters every year, unfortunately. So they've been doing that. They're wrapping there's a historic old smoke tower that's close to the fire area, so they're wrapping that in Mylar today. It looks like it's the same thing that our fire shelters are made out of. So they're doing that. They're bolstering fire lines, and they're protecting that Roaring Springs area. I guess that's the water supply for most of the Grand Canyon. So that was one of our #1 priorities, aside from public and firefighter safety, was protecting that water source, because if that thing went up, the pump house went down, everything shuts down. Right now, it's just the north rim that's shut down. South rim is still open for business.
You mentioned some of the hazards, Stephen, but what about the unique challenges being on the rim of the Grand Canyon? That's got to pose some unique challenges, too.
Yeah, this is a little bigger than the ditches we usually face here. Fortunately, our incident management team that's now handling the fire and a lot of the firefighters are out of the Southwest region. So we're accustomed to fighting fires in mountainous areas, hot areas, deserts, that sort of thing. Obviously, the Grand Canyon has some unique challenges because of the steepness of it. So we're really, when we were trying to save the water pump, the roaring springs that supplies the water system for the whole canyon, we couldn't really get a lot of firefighters hiking down in there. So we have a lot of helicopters working this fire too. So we were able to insert some helitack firefighters. They're firefighters that work with the helicopter to get down in there, and then they have visuals with the pilot. When the pilot can see the boots on the ground, it makes those bucket drops so much more effective. So they were doing that, and because we don't want fall injuries, we don't want dehydration injuries, and so far our safety record's 100%. I don't want to jinx it, but right now we've had no injuries to this fire.
So then that leads me to the question about numbers. Do you have numbers on how many firefighters and what equipment is fighting this fire?
Yeah, we've got approximately 600 firefighters right now. That changes day to day, but pretty much 600 we've been moving up to that number. And I'm sorry, the other question was
equipment. When you talk about helicopters,
what equipment? Yeah, we've got at least 6 helicopters here. That changes by 1 or 2 on some days, depending on if they need to go support another fire or something. But six of those, and 3 of them were the big heavies. So those are capable of dropping 1,200 gallons in one shot. I mean, it's enough to crush a car. It's enough to move rocks. That's another hazard to firefighters, too. You got the snag trees, you got the terrain, you got the water drops. Because those things, if all that force comes down on you, it can ruin your day for sure.
When it comes to the weather, as you mentioned, you're expecting today, though, a weather change back to the dry conditions. What's going to happen if that happens or when that happens?
Oh, boy. Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought that up. I was remiss on not mentioning that. We're going to return, unfortunately, to a very similar pattern on what pushed this fire so fast, so quickly those 2 nights before we got here. It's going to be hot. It's going to be low humidity. It's going to be windy. But this time the wind is coming out of a different direction, which is going to greatly challenge us because all this other time it's been blowing it east. Now it's going to be coming out of the southwest, going to the northeast. So that's going to present some challenges for us.
Stephen, I appreciate the time, and I hope you'll pass along to the firefighters our thank you for their hard work on this because it's critical that they're doing this. Thank you for informing my audience, and I tell everyone to be safe.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
We'll be back.